Yo, what's up, guys? This is Felix from Felix's Courier and Delivery Digest. In this video, we're sitting down with a special guest, my good friend Kirk. Kirk has some insider access information to a brand new courier company that's paying upwards of $70 to $200 per hour and also works with cars that are up to 22 years old. So I want to bring him on the channel so he could share information about this company, give you guys, the special information that you need so that after you watch this video, after you watch this 10-minute video or however long this video is going to be, you can go out there, you can do what's necessary to get connected with this company and then go out there and have the opportunity, have the vehicle, have the system, have the plan to go out there and get this money. So, Kirk, welcome to the channel. You and I are good friends, but for anybody that doesn't know you, just go ahead and introduce yourself and let everybody know who you are.
How you doing, everybody? My name's Kirk. I'm over here on the East Coast. Known Felix for many, many years now. I've been in the diabetic strips industry thanks to Felix, and I've been in the courier service since, God, I'm going back to 1996. I've been doing courier stuff. So I've been doing this for a long time. I'm in the field every day. I'm physical with it. I do it. I know what I'm talking about. I'm not sitting behind a desk somewhere, all fancy and stuff. Every time you see me, where am I at, Felix? In the mobile office, right? Working all
Yeah,
day and grinding.
you know, unfortunately, at this very moment, I'm not out and about running around and handling business. I am in the office. But the one thing that I like about Kirk and, the videos he makes is that like it's like super real life experience. There's a lot of people on the internet, especially with the internet nowadays, that are just like telling you, hey, go out there and do this or go out there and try this, and they don't actually do it themselves. So the one thing I really like about you is, you're out there and you're saying, hey, do this company and work with this app or with this service, and then you're actually doing it yourself. So, that's hard to find on the internet nowadays, and it shows that, hey, I'm not just telling you to do this, I'm telling you to do this because I'm doing this. So,
Yeah.
shout out to you and hats off, my
Thank
hat
you.
goes off to you. Um,
Thank you, man. I appreciate you.
so go ahead and then tell everybody, like, there's a lot of companies, there's a lot of apps, there's a lot of different opportunities out there. What app, what company are we talking about in today's video?
Today we're talking about GoShare, GoShare.com. Great company. What's really good about them is that they're nationwide. They're in 50 states. Okay, they're in 50 states. They work on various levels. Their delivery system is great. Their app system is awesome. The way they interact with the drivers. Their pay system is also great. What's also good about this company is that if your vehicle is, we're in 2024 now, so if your vehicle is 22 years old, 2002, let's say, you can still get into this company. So, if you're watching this video tomorrow, you're watching it next year. Basically, it's got to be 22 years old. So obviously in 2025, your vehicle is going to have to be a 2003 and up, but that makes it work because a lot of people don't have the newer vehicles. A lot of people are driving the O2s, the O5s, the O6, and what happens is a lot of companies they require your vehicle to not be older than 10 years old. So this company GoShare nationwide, if you have a 2002 and up, 2003 and up, this is the place to go.
Yeah, I've noticed that with a lot of people that say, "Hey, my car's like, maybe they don't have an old car, but they're a little bit
Yeah.
older than 10 years." Because you have to think, even 10
Hmm.
years ago, that's a 2014. A lot of people might have like a 2010, a 2011,
Yeah.
a 2012, and a lot of these companies are strict, which is I think it's a valid point on their part where they're like, "Hey, we don't want a super old car because, there's
Right.
risk on their side as well." But, some people just don't have like they have a 2012, they have a 2013. If you're talking about like Toyota, Honda,
Yeah.
those type of cars, those cars are good. You can get a '05 and '07, a 2010 and not have to even blink an eye or, have a thought that there's going to be something wrong with the car as long as you do the proper
Right.
inspection and, maintenance. So I think that's
Maintenance.
very,
Exactly.
you know, different and important that this company is willing to be flexible and, accept drivers and accept vehicles that are up to, you said 22 years old, correct?
22. Yeah. Hmm.
Okay, and this is GoShare and they're available in all 50 states.
All 50 states. Yeah. They take pickups, full size cargo vans, box trucks. regular sedans, cars, SUVs, minivans, and for each vehicle, obviously the pay scale is different. Whenever you want to get into that, a pickup is that you're making up to $70 an hour on a pickup, right? A full size cargo van, you can make up to $105 an hour. A box truck, you can make up to 168 an hour or more. And then the cars, SUVs, and minivans, you're talking about $45 and up, or up to $45 depending on the area. That's another thing a lot of people have to realize, because I get it all the time. I get the comments in my videos, you know,
Mhm.
Kirk, they're not taking any drivers in this area. They're not paying that much. Each area is completely different. But from what I have seen so far, okay, because I'm involved, I have my own courier service, and I'm also involved with a couple of apps out here on the East Coast. But from what I've seen on the pay scale level, GoShare is definitely one of the stars, one of the gems out there.
Okay, now for the box truck, do you know if these people need CDLs or these can be done with strictly just regular driver's license?
Regular
Okay,
box
so
truck that
no
doesn't
no
require
no
no
CDL.
no
That's
CDL.
important because
No,
sometimes when they
yeah,
when they say box truck, they have it in the fine print like, hey, make sure you have this type of
yeah,
license or that type of license or the
yeah.
special mark or the special certification. So there's no
Well,
secret
you
as
know
long as
what?
you have.
Yeah, not to
But
cut you off. I'm sorry, but that goes. I also tell everybody, remember, always do your own homework and always do your own due diligence. In each state, it may
important.
be different. So you got to look at the fine print always, because also I get the comments on that time all too. So if in your state may have a different requirement, but just read it. You go through the whole process.
Yeah, so basically we're bringing the information as close to your bank account as possible. Like we're literally almost
Yeah,
spoon feeding you the information, but you still kind of have to go out there, you know, get connected, give them a call, do your due diligence because we can't do it for you
yeah,
and we don't know what state you're in. We don't know you. So we're trying to take this
yeah,
information as close to you as possible, but you might still have to do a little bit of legwork. So GoShare is the name of the company. They're nationwide, anywhere from
yeah,
like 40 to 160 per hour and beyond. What are
and
the
beyond.
requirements like that they require? I know that obviously they have you depends on your state and you have to do your own due diligence, but can you just give somebody like the intro level requirements? You got to have a car. Break it down for us, Kirk.
You have to have a vehicle, whichever vehicle you plan on using. You have to start the application process. You go right to their website. Okay. This is one company. Okay. I'm putting it out there right now. This is one company that does require a background check. You do have to pay for your own background check. Okay. With the exception of New York State, any other state that you're in, that fee is $49, which is a small investment because you make it back. All right. But you do have to do a background check because of the cargo you will be handling, the companies you will be dealing with. All right. You will be dealing with airports, you'll be dealing with pharmacies, hospitals, all kinds of places that some of them require some kind of clearance. So you have to do a background check. New York is the highest. That is the only state where you have to pay $154 for your background check. Okay. So I like putting that out there because I get that all the time too. Kirk, you don't talk about fees. And again, guys, when we do these videos, you got to do some of your own homework. I mean, we can't just, do it all for you all the time. But you have to have a vehicle, has to be insured in the state that you live in. Your driver's license has to have the state. If you're applying in California, you have to have a California state driver's license. Okay. If you have it from Arizona, you, GoShare will not hire you if you have a different address. All right. It has to be within the state. All right. Your vehicle has to be insured, has to be registered. You have to upload all those documents onto the upload system when you're applying. Okay. When you go through it, there's like a little 35, 38-minute video at the end that you have to watch, which is really important. It gives you a lot of information and how they do things, their process, which is, really important. They go over some of the policies as well. But, like I said, it's a small investment, what you have to sit through and what you have to pay for the returns that you're going to get in the future. And obviously,
Okay.
have some kind of customer service skills, know what courier work is. You're going to need some supplies. If you have a pickup, obviously, you're going to need some things. If you're doing medical supplies or medical specimens, You usually have to have coolers in your vehicle with ice packs. You have to have bags that, separate the specimens. You have to have a log to document everything. Sometimes these companies go ahead and send you documentation where you need to check off. Not everybody does that. I do that with my own personal stuff. But just the basic stuff. Have the customer service skills, have people skills, be courteous, be kind, be respectful, and get the work done. That's it. But it's a great company, man. Really lucrative. If when it comes down to working for yourself and starting a side hustle, you got to take all those things into consideration. And this is one of those companies where you really get a good opportunity to get it going for yourself.
Perfect, perfect. Now, if you guys are enjoying this type of content, be sure to let Kirk and I know down in the comments. Like, drop some questions, drop some comments, drop some feedback. Kirk, if we get some good, feedback from this, maybe we could do like a video a week because I know that, you're out there, you're doing this like hands-on in the field each and every day. Maybe we could come out with like a weekly series where you have access and information to a new company. Maybe it's nationwide, maybe it's in specific states where we can kind of plug people in to specific companies so they can get out there and get going. Because there's a lot of people telling them, hey, get into, the independent courier, the medical courier industry, but they're not really,
Yeah,
telling them like, hey, this is the company, this is what you need to do, this is where you need to go.
right.
So, and we can kind of wrap this video up here now that you guys have the information and you guys know the company you need to do to tap in with, just tell everybody if they're kind of like thinking about getting into this industry, this niche or niche, however you guys
Yeah,
say it. Why do you think like this independent courier, this medical courier is such a lucrative industry and such a lucrative niche to, get involved with in 2024, get involved with in 2025, and get involved with in, this time of, day and type of world we're living in or type of, especially in the United States. And we got videos coming where we're going to be talking about, international, but, why do you think this is such a lucrative opportunity in today's day and age?
because look, since I started back in 1996, you know, things, products, um, specimens, supplies, legal documents. Okay, if you just want to stick to regular courier stuff, but when it comes to medical and other kinds of supplies, things need to be moved. These items need to be moved, and some of them need to be moved stat or immediately or within the area. And not all companies have the drivers that they need because the workload is so high and it becomes so high where they have to contract the work out to people. Today, listen, it is one of the best areas, one of the best niches to get involved with nationwide, worldwide. I was just in Portugal, for a couple of weeks out there. And out there, I saw courier services, I mean, on bikes out there, just like in New York City. You have the bike messengers all over the place. New York City itself, Brooklyn and Queens, but Manhattan itself, it's so concentrated, that they have these bike messengers going all over the place. It's huge. It's every day, and they operate 24/7. All right. This is one of those companies that operates 24/7, 365 days a year, Felix. GoShare, by itself. All right. So when it comes to the courier service, it's always going to be there. It's always going to be needed. And it makes it good for you because you have flexible hours. You work as an independent contractor. Some of them offer a W-2 employee status. Me personally, I like the independent contractor side. You have your expenses, the whole taxing, you get to write stuff off, yada yada yada. We're not going to get into that. But the fact that you're independent and you're working for yourself and you can create your own schedule, that's what makes it so great. We were talking about this the other day over the phone. We were talking about multi-apping, combining these apps together, just to make more money. I have 3 apps running right now as we're speaking. 3 of them are running. When we're done with this, I'm going to go check and see what's available in the area. But it's lucrative. A lot of people can get involved. A lot of people saying it's saturated. It's not saturated. The problem is that you're not looking far enough. When we put these apps out there, when I do it in my videos, I give you several apps. And sometimes I'll just do one and I'll focus on one, like I did with GoShare and we're doing now, just because it's that good. So yeah, you can apply today. It may take 2 weeks for them to approve you, which is usually the standard with this company. But it doesn't mean that there's going to be a job the next day. But stay on top of it. Stay on top of it because it works. And these guys, they're hiring all over the place.
Perfect. So there you guys have it. Go share. Be sure to tap in with them. Also, be sure to tap in with Kirk. Check his channel out. I'll drop him down in the description. He has a ton of great information and great content. Again, thank you, Kirk, for joining me on
Thank
this
you.
video
Appreciate it.
and jumping on the
Thank
channel.
you.
And then if we get some good feedback, maybe we'll make this like a routine weekly video where you come on here and give access to, some of the latest and greatest information inside this courier industry and business opportunities.
Awesome.
So go ahead, tap in with Kirk, check his channel out, let us know how we did in the comments, and we'll see you guys in the next video.
All right, guys. Thanks.